Just Shots here, looking for your vote for Michigan's 44th district. First thing I want to say is that I am the only MAGA Republican running in this race. I do have a Republican primary challenger, Steve Frisbee, but he is definitely an old guard establishment, as they say, rhino Republican. He has been a disservice to us in his political roles for decades now, and has walked hand in hand with the local Democrats that have been in power here, enabling just the dismantling and really, quite honestly, the carpetbagging of northern Calhoun County, Michigan here. And I'm proud to stick with the distinction. Some people I know may have fears that what if Donald Trump fails? Then you're going to have tied yourself to some kind of a failed campaign. What if he's convicted or somehow removed from the ballot? What if more scandals are brought out, alleged against him and stuff like this? I'm not worried about that. I'm not beginning, some kind of a putting a faith in a man. What I am putting faith in is in some of the ideals that he's put forward, and that's unashamedly so. And I guess I'll point it out this way. Today in the news, Nikki Haley is dropping out of the race, and the mainstream media, the more liberal side of our population they're upset about this. They would have far rather had Nikki Haley be the opponent that their candidate has to go against, or even as a last resort, they would have rather had Nikki Haley be president far more than Donald Trump. And so they're pretty sad. They're pretty upset about this today in the mainstream media. And I took particular note of a thing, and it makes me all the more proud today that, I've taken the step to stand out as a separate, a reformed, a MAGA Republican. And that's because they were fearfully reporting the statistics in the mainstream media and the mainstream news today. They were fearfully reporting these statistics that amongst Republicans as a whole, that it wasn't like a 50-50 split for MAGA Republicans versus the old establishment, the swamp, the right side of the swamp as opposed to the left side of the swamp. They said it wasn't a 50-50 split, that it was more than a 70-30 split. And we need to go ahead and be encouraged by that. Those of us who have, been brave enough to stand up and say, yeah, label me as something if you want to. I'm still going to stand up for the right stuff. I'm still going to be anti-corrupt establishment. I'm going to be anti-classism. And take that stand. It's okay to take that stand. So I'm going to cut it that for right now. There'll be more to come later, of course. But I'm going to remind you again, if you would, please vote for me. There's a primary coming for August 6th. And that's the first step. If you can get out to that primary and vote Just Shots Republican, MAGA Republican, for Michigan's 44th district, and don't go with more of the same. Don't keep the swamp going. Don't keep holding hands with the corruption. It's time for something new.